To our channel Plant-Based Lifestyle once again. Today we are going to study about speciesism. We are on the page of animal ethics. Let's see what they say about speciesism. In the world in which we live, there is so much discrimination of many different kinds. Speciesism is also a form of discrimination. Discrimination occurs when someone is given less moral consideration than others or treated worse for an unjustified reason. Yeah. There is discrimination against certain human beings based on their sex, skin color, sexual preference, and for many other reasons. Yeah, we call them like racism, sexism, etc. Discrimination is unjustified. Differential moral consideration. Yet we can justify why we give less moral consideration to someone. When we give someone moral consideration, it simply means we take into account how they will be affected by our actions and omissions, attitudes, and decisions. Yeah, moral consideration need not only apply to sentient beings, conscious beings. Some people give more consideration to things also, and though generally moral consideration is also only given to the conscious beings. Yeah, who feel conscious, like we can and do give greater or lesser more than some beings than others. Yes, we can, but the question is, should we? Okay. Speciesism is giving different sentient beings different moral consideration for unjust reason. Yes, different sentient beings, like here we are talking about animals, pigs, dogs, humans, cats, etc. We give different moral considerations in our societies, like we treat dogs and cats better than pigs, etc. Let's see what the okay. Now let's read about discriminations and exploitations. Those facing discriminations are often exploited. True. It is possible to discriminate against others but still treat them well. Yeah. However, it is still discrimination to treat someone less well than we treat others for arbitrary and therefore just unjust reasons such as skin color or sex. Yes. Speciesism is a form of discriminations against those who don't belong to a certain species. Yeah. In most human society, it is considered completely normal to discriminate against animals of other species. The ways they discriminate occurs and its severity differ from place to place, and certain animals are treated worse in some places than others. For example, dogs and cows and dolphins are regarded very differently in some societies than in others. Like cows are treated well in India and some other countries, I think, but in most of the countries, cows aren't treated that well. Beef is banned in most part of the India, most states of India, but it's legal in other countries. Same way, if we talk about dogs, in Central Asia, dog meat is legal, and but if we talk about Western countries or other countries, except countries of Central Asia, except country of China and some other countries, dog meat is pretty dog meat is illegal. One thing most societies have in common is that they discriminate in some very harmful ways against at least some species of animals. Yeah, true. Speciesism is so commonplace that most people don't think to question it except in cases where the type of degree of discrimination is unusual in their culture. True. I give an example. If someone kills a dog in front of few in front of like Indians, they will call they will call him psychopath, or they will report report about that in police station. But if someone kills a pig in front of them, they won't do anything, and they they will react like nothing has happened. It's based on culture, these discriminations. Like in many countries, if dolphins are treated well, well because they are smart. Like in Australia, if someone kills a dolphin, Australia, most most Australian people will be upset, and if someone kills tuna, then they will react nothing. And to be honest, tuna are going to be extinct pretty soon. Dolphins are, but that doesn't matter. That should not matter actually. Okay. One thing most societies have in common is this. Okay, we have read this. As a result, humans exploit non-human animals in the course of everyday life. Yes, using them as resources. Yes, we are using them as resources. This happens in variety of ways. Yes, non-human animals are consumed as food. Yeah, used for clothing like leather, wool. Tormented, killed for entertainment like monkeys and dolphins in sea parks, etc. And exploited for work, yeah, like camels, horses, and donkeys are used in exploited for work, or bulls, we can say, and raised and killed so their body parts can be used as raw materials in cosmetics and other consumer products like minks. Yes, they are essentially slaves. Yes, true. Even when animals are not exploited, they are still the victims of speciesism. True. They are discriminated against because they are not taken into serious considerations. Yes, most humans have a variety of attitudes towards animals here too. There are some who don't treat animals with any respect at all. I can tell many examples in here where I live. A minority of people don't have any concern for the way animals are treated and are not concerned even when animals are tortured pointlessly. True. They think animals like things. They think like humans are only living on. Humans are superior. Humans can do anything. They are brainwashed like that. A less extreme version of this view is shown by people who are opposed to torturing an animal in some unusual way or merely for the fun of it. You don't think it matters very much that animals suffer because of the way humans treat them as long as humans benefit from it. Okay, okay, we go next. Like there are others who treat animals with some respect, yes, but still discriminate against them. Yeah, and arbitrarily treat them worse because they are not members of human species. The same thing can be seen in racist attitudes. Yes, one can be against human slavery but still be racist. Yes, it's generally thought that human beings deserve full moral consideration, which amounts to speciesism. Yes, true. Yes, and most humans think that only human beings deserve full moral consideration, and that's speciesism. Often it is considered acceptable to harm an animal if it will bring some benefit to humans, no matter how small. This is the problem actually. And even though it's considered a good thing to help humans who need help, when a non-human animal needs help, they are often left to their fate. Yes, most humans don't feed animals, don't feed street animals. They are left to their fate too. This happens in particular in the case of non-humans living in nature. Yes, this happens to the animals who are living in nature, like in these street dogs are living in their nature. They aren't slave or they aren't bred by humans. We treat them, we leave them on their fate. That's pretty true and sad. One does not have to hate or want to harm someone in order to discriminate against them, nor is it necessary to have sadistic criteria. Discriminations against non-human animals is simply a matter of not giving importance to the harms or benefits that may come to them as a consequence of our behavior towards them when we should take such harms and benefits towards someone into considerations. Yeah, pretty well said. Additionally, certain animals are discriminated against not in comparison to human beings, but in comparison to other non-human animals. Yes, like we treat dogs better than pigs. We do discriminate between two non-human animals. We discriminate between dogs and pigs. We treat dogs better than pigs, like that. For example, one can have more respect for dogs than pigs. That's what I said. For mammals than other animals. Yes, like we treat some sea animals are seen like things in most of the part of the world. Most people even don't know that fish feel pain. In actual, fish feel pain. Okay, even in situations where they're less respected, animals will be harmed as a result. Yeah, for example, one can reject the use of dogs and cats for food, but accept the consumption of, say, chickens and fish. Yeah, true. This is also a form of species discrimination since all sentient animals have an interest in not being harmed regardless of the species to which they belong. Yes, true. All sentient beings, all sentient animals are here to live. They want to live. They don't want to be killed. In a common form of speciesism that often goes unnoticed is the discriminations against very small animals. Yeah, in general, we have psychological disposition to care less about small animals. Many people consider a horse more deserving of consideration than, for example, a mouse simply because of their relative size. True. We have a tendency to think that smaller animals are less conscious, but this is not necessarily so. True. Okay, now we discuss, can we justify speciesism? These days, racism and sexism are still defended by some people. However, many of us reject them as arbitrary discriminations. Yes, the question is, how can we oppose sexism and racism but accept speciesism? This is very good question actually. If we are against racism and sexism, then how we are against speciesism? These all three are at discrimination at same level. None of the reasons given to defend speciesism can really justify it. Yeah, true. Sometimes it is mentioned that we can discriminate against non-human animals simply because they are not human. Yes, I have faced this excuse in my life many times. Like when I say they are also feel pain, they also suffer. Then, then they reply like they are not humans, like that. And so, what if they are not humans? They also feel pain. They also suffer. They are also sentient beings, conscious sentient beings. They also don't want to die. They are also self-aware. They know they exist. But this is merely biological circumstance too, such as being born one sex or another or with a certain skin color. It is completely arbitrary, yeah, and cannot justify discriminations. So yes, sometimes it's said that humans feel more sympathy for other humans than for non-human animals. That doesn't matter. Actually, that should not matter. But this isn't reason that justifies discriminations against non-human animals. True. Xenophobic and racist people feel more sympathy for certain humans than others. Yeah, but that does not justify their attitude. Yes, true. Others claim that we can discriminate against other animals because their intelligence is not like human intelligence. So, if we talk about intelligence, we talk about intelligence like pigs are more smarter than dogs. Still, dogs are treated better than pigs in many parts of the world. But intelligence should not matter If we are talking about moral considerations should be given on the basis of do they feel, do they suffer, and like that. Even more, many humans aren't that intelligent. So should we treat lesser than us? Should we treat them lesser than us? No. But this does not account for the fact that many humans don't have the same type or degree of intelligence. Yes, what I said. Small children and those who are cognitively disabled, for example, don't have what we usually think of when we think of human intelligence. Yes, exactly my point. Fortunately, most people are opposed to discriminate against women on these grounds. Yes, but if intelligence cannot be a reason to justify treating some humans worse than others, it cannot be reason for to justify treating non-human animals worse than humans either. Yeah. When it comes to respecting others, what we should take into account is their capacity to have positive and negative experiences, such as enjoyment, satisfaction, and suffering. Yes. Therefore, if non-human animals can experience suffering and enjoyment, we should respect them and try not to harm them. Yeah. To deny them respect because they don't belong to our species or because they don't have intelligence similar to our own is arbitrary discriminations. Very well said. If we are truly impartial, we will reject all discriminations, including those based on species. Yes. Why do the great majority of humans either ignore or defend discriminations against non-human animals? Why? The reasons are simple. First, we have been taught. Yes, first we are brainwashed by our societies that they are animals, we are humans, we are different from them. That's not exactly true. We are all animals. Yeah, we have been civilized, but that's not the point. If we talk about moral considerations, if we talk about giving moral considerations, if we about treat, talk about treating someone on the basis at the basic level, we are all same. Yes. Okay, let's read this. First, we have been taught since childhood to believe that animals of other species are inferior beings that don't deserve much consideration. Yes, we are taught that. We are being brainwashed by school education and societies. Second, we benefit from the exploitations of non-human animals, particularly in consuming their bodies and fluids as food, fluids, air, like milk. Okay. Yes. Okay. We are not seeing here, but we are not seeing here. We are not seeing here the victim's point of view. In actual, look. We should see the victim's point of view. Like if I benefit from raping a woman, so does that make justifiable? Because I am I didn't see the viewpoint, the point of view on that victim of that woman. So why we don't see the victim's point of view in the case of non animals is beyond my thought, because they are in actual there is a reason, because they are vulnerable, they can be treated anyway, they won't go to the police if you harm them, they like that. We took we take the benefits of their vulnerability, and that's pretty wrong actually. Therefore, we have little incentive to challenge these beliefs. Our beliefs make it seem acceptable to exploit other animals, and the benefits we derive from their exploitations motivate our beliefs. It's convenient to accept that received wisdom that other animals are inferior and accept this as something obvious, but such a view cannot be justified yet too. Whoever have written this article on this animal ethics page, he has written pretty well, he has written very well. I would write same about speciesism. So I think we have got all about speciesism, and we should treat all, we should give more considerations, equal moral consideration to all animals, I believe. Okay, thank you. once again.